Up next, the Ducks of Anaheim on the clock.
Yeah, Anaheim missed the playoffs for the first time since the end of the lockout. The Ducks have 2 first-round picks. There's Scott Niedermayer in the foreground, by the way, who just announced his retirement, and he's holding the sweater. There's a couple of offensive defensemen available that the Ducks might not have thought would be there at this point in the draft. The Ducks have their own first-round pick plus the 29th overall selection from the Philadelphia Flyers, which is quite a story that we'll tell you later in this first round. But Anaheim has a chance now to step up. We've talked about Brandon Gormley falling from number 4 and Fowler from number 5.
Let me take you to 2007 when the Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup. Chris Pronger was on their defense. Scott Niedermayer was on their defense. Sean O'Donnell was on their defense. Francois Beauchemin was on their defense. Kent Huskins was on their defense. None of those guys in 2010 are going to be there. They need defense. Cam Fowler or Brandon Gormley better go to Anaheim, or somebody in Anaheim needs to get their head examined.
Well, the Ducks are not exactly popular up the highway here in Los Angeles. Of course, the Stanley Cup champions in 2007, and this is becoming a pretty good rivalry with the Kings making the playoffs this year.
And there may be both Kings fans and Ducks fans here who would love to see the SoCal kids, Emerson Edom from Medicine Hat Tigers or Bo Bennett from the Penticton V's go here. But I've got to believe with those defensemen still on the board, you're right, Pierre. I'll be absolutely shocked if they don't go. There's one other defenseman, Derek Forbert, an American defenseman. We had him ranked number 11th overall, who could also be in the mix. Big, mobile.
Defense has to be the call for Anaheim. They've got Corey Perry. They have Ryan Getzlaff. They have Bobby Ryan.
They don't have Bobby Ryan signed, right?
Yeah, they don't have him signed yet. That's true. But they have enough offensive infrastructure. They need defense.
Imagine if Anaheim and LA met in a playoff series.
It'd be great.
That's what they need.
You may want to watch the action in the stands more than on the ice.
Bob Murray is the general manager of the Anaheim Ducks.
A former defenseman with the Chicago Blackhawks, so he knows
selection. Anaheim is proud to select from the Windsor Spitfires, Cam Fowler.
Way to go, Bob. I'll clap for you up here. It's amazing that this young man slid as much as he has. They got a winner. They got a guy who's going to be a difference maker. He won't be as good as Scotty Niedermayer. He won't be as good as Chris Pronger, but he'll be every bit as good as Francois Beauchemin, and a better skater and a better puck handler. He will be a difference maker in the NHL. Good for the Anaheim Ducks. The appropriate decision made, and they're lucky that a lot of teams pass on this guy.
And another Newfoundland connection here. Perry Fowler, the father of Cam, was actually born in Newfoundland, spent his first 8 years of his life in St. John's, in and around St. John's. So again, his family moved to Ontario, moved to Windsor, and ultimately moved into Michigan. Memorial Cup champion, a World Junior champion. Question on Cam Fowler is physical play. When he doesn't have the puck, what's he going to do? But with the puck, he's as good a defenseman as there is in this draft. He's a great skater. He can skate the puck up the ice. He can pass it well. He's got a terrific point shot, although he's not a prototypical quarterback on the power play. Over the course of this year, the coaching staff in Windsor here, Bobby Bugner, DJ Smith, they know a little bit about toughness. A number of times this year, they challenged him to be more physical, and they liked what they saw. His battle level is going to have to come up, and come up substantially, and maybe that's one of the reasons why he's being drafted 12th overall instead of the top 5. But this guy's got tremendous offensive upside, the best of any of the defensemen in this draft.
In 5 years, I want him to go visit all those people that questioned his toughness, and he can say, look at my numbers. His numbers are going to be stellar. He's an excellent offensive defenseman.
That's his dad, Perry.
Boy, that was a long wait, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of body odor in that section, I'll tell you that.
Now Brandon Gormley is on that clock because he's still sitting there. But Cam Fowler finally gets selected by the Anaheim Ducks with the 12th overall selection in this draft. And boy, I tell you, we see it every year, that nervous wait in the stands. And it's happened so many times over the years, but for Cam Fowler, it is finally over. And he got the feeling that maybe Bob Murray was smiling for 2 reasons. One, the merciless booing he was getting from the LA fans, and number 2, his disbelief that Fowler was still there. They're both with James Duthie.
All right, thank you, guys. First of all, Cam, it's a huge honor to go 12th overall and anywhere in the first round of the NHL draft, but how painful was that wait for you?
You know what, it's tough. Anytime you have high expectations for yourself and you're expecting a certain thing, it's tough to wait, but I'm so proud to be a part of this organization, and it's such a happy moment for me, even though I had a little bit of a wait. And
sometimes things turn out well. This is a team rebuilding its defense. How soon do you think you'll be ready to step in?
It's hard to say. It depends on what the coaches think about me, and I'm going to give it my best effort to try and make it there next year and the next couple of years, and they're definitely going to get 100% out of me, so I'm excited.
Bob, we always roll our eyes when general managers say, I can't believe this guy was available. He's the guy I wanted. I never thought I'd have a chance to get him, but I think I'd believe you if you said that.
Shock. We were just in shock when this happened, and it's kind of fitting, Scotty Niedermayer retires, and we draft Cam Fowler right after that, and Scotty gives him the sweater. I think it's pretty good.
And, I don't want to put the pressure on you to compare you to Scott Niedermayer. Obviously, that's an unbelievable career, but it's a valid comparison your new GM makes about the style. Do you hope to bring that same sort of offensive ability and skating to Anaheim?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think anytime you can, even be mentioned in the same sentence as Scott Niedermayer, you're doing something right. And, even just shaking his hand up there was such an honor for me, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it. And, those are some big shoes to fill, but I'm definitely going to do my best.
You have time. You don't have to fill them right away. Listen, it's good to see that smile. It's tough to watch when someone goes a little bit down like that. Congratulations on joining the National Hockey League.
Thank you so much.